Most guys have been here, feeling a shift they can't explain. You're doing everything you were told to do, being kind, present, and genuinely interested. You think it's going well, and then the energy changes. Her replies get shorter. The connection feels thin. The warmth you felt just evaporates. You didn't fight. You didn't mess up. So, why does it feel like you're being quietly replaced by silence? Men often think attraction leaves because they failed. That's almost never the case. Attraction doesn't die from a single error. It dissolves when you break unseen instinctive codes of feminine desire, usually without a clue. These codes are ancient, operating below words and logic. For women, attraction responds to steadiness, self-assurance, and emotional resilience first, not to attention, effort, or how much you like her. Modern dating tells you to be open and available, but true desire works on a different, deeper frequency. Women are drawn instinctively to men who stay solid and calm, even when things feel uncertain or distant. Where most men fail is trying to logic their way in. They overtext, overperform, or overthink. Every bit of that nervous energy is transmitted instantly, felt before it's seen. Here's the reality. Attraction is less about your actions and more about your projection. Your emotional state broadcasts signals louder than any words ever could. The common trap? Seeking validation, hoping to be chosen, wanting to be understood. That makes you predictable, uneasy, and emotionally visible. But a few men have discovered a different path. They stop chasing, performing, and pleading for response. They learn how female psychology actually functions. They saw that desire is governed by a hidden emotional framework that determines who is wanted, respected, or overlooked. These men don't chase. They don't beg. They don't seek permission. They become undeniable. What you'll learn isn't a bag of tricks or clever lines. It's about the concealed rules of female desire, the psychological truths that genuinely steer attraction. You'll uncover 3 core principles that can transform how women perceive you, how you communicate, how you hold yourself, how you manage silence, space, or subtle challenges. Instead of reacting to her, you learn to command your own presence. Instead of chasing, you naturally become a man she sees, respects, and wants. Once you see this, everything changes. You're no longer fighting for a glance. You stop worrying about being liked. Your presence becomes unavoidable. How women check for stability without saying a word. Every woman, consciously or not, is constantly assessing the men around her. She notices not just the grand gestures, but the tiny, quiet reactions. How you handle a tease, a delayed answer, or a playful jab. Underneath casual smiles and light comments lies an instinctive probe. Will he stay centered or will he tip over? Fundamentally, women are built to seek stability in a partner. They look for someone who can navigate life's uncertainties without crumbling. A man who stays rooted and steady, regardless of circumstance. These tests almost never happen during big scenes. They appear in ordinary, minor moments. A late text back, a joking challenge, a slight prod meant to see your response. Though small, these instances reveal your true emotional durability. They aren't traps to embarrass you. They're instinctive ways women gauge reliability and fortitude. When a man stumbles under these little pressures, it hints he might not hold up when life gets truly hard. In contrast, a man who remains calm and collected demonstrates safety, dependability, and inner strength. Traits women are instinctively pulled toward. Why do most men fail? They over-explain. When faced with subtle tests, many feel compelled to justify, defend, or clarify their position. They explain why a text was late, why they did something, or how she might have misread them. This is an error. Every explanation signals emotional dependency. It shows her opinion sways your emotional state, which broadcasts neediness. Neediness is unattractive because it means your inner peace is controlled from the outside. To pass, you must first see the test. When you feel that itch to explain yourself, stop. Remind yourself that her view does not define your worth or emotional balance. Emotional independence is magnetic because it signals security. A man composed under minor stress shows strength silently. He exudes calm authority, reliability, and confidence. The best response is often brevity, calm, and poise. A strong reply is short, measured, and unshaken. Sometimes light humor can disarm a subtle challenge without revealing insecurity. Other times, saying nothing at all speaks volumes. Both send the same potent message. I am steady. Your words or actions don't rattle me. This is emotional authority in action, a rare, deeply attractive, and instinctively reassuring quality. Women run these stability checks because unpredictability and emotional volatility are risks in a partner. Life is uncertain, and relationships need someone who keeps their cool when small waves hit. What seems trivial to a man, a joke, a pause, a teasing comment, is, to a woman, subconscious, highly informative. These minor interactions act as previews for how a man handles bigger storms. If he loses his poise under slight pressure, her instinct reads it as a warning. He may not stay grounded when life gets difficult. Conversely, a man who stays calm, collected, and emotionally balanced communicates reliability, strength, and leadership potential. Mastering this isn't about being cold or detached. Emotional authority isn't a lack of feeling. It's control over expression. A stable man doesn't react on impulse or let small provocations dictate his mood. He responds with intention, choosing when and how to express himself. This difference is everything. It separates men who are easily swayed by outside forces from those who maintain internal strength and autonomy. Key strategies are simple but need practice. Keep a neutral, confident demeanor even when your mind is working. Speak slowly and with purpose, picking words carefully. Let silence be your ally. Often, how you handle a small provocation or choose not to respond immediately carries more weight than any justification. Calmness itself diffuses tension, asserts authority, and shows mastery over your emotional world. Every small challenge is an opportunity, not a threat. Passing these moments shows her subconscious you are dependable, emotionally mature, and capable of handling unpredictability with grace. These instances turn everyday interactions into displays of your inner fortitude. Men who remain calm, unshaken, and quietly confident often find women drawn to them naturally. Their stability radiates, creating attraction without words or strain. This principle is rooted in biology and psychology. Humans are wired to seek reliable partners because stability means survival. Women are especially tuned to subtle emotional signals. They don't need loud displays of toughness. They need quiet, consistent proof a man can remain steady in normal situations. By passing these small tests, a man signals he can also handle major ones, providing a deep sense of safety and trust. In practice, building this stability means developing patience, restraint, and awareness of your own emotions. It means seeing your triggers without letting them control you. It means responding with calm deliberation, not impulsive reaction. Every measured response, every moment of composure, demonstrates self-mastery. This mastery commands respect, fuels attraction, and builds a magnetic presence. Every stability test is a mirror showing your inner strength. Your reaction speaks louder than any speech. Will you fall into the trap of self-defense and show neediness? Or will you rise, demonstrating calm authority, subtle humor, or poised silence? Success is in your ability to stay composed, unaffected by minor provocations, and sure of your own emotional footing. Ultimately, women test for stability not to play games, but as a natural measure of attraction and trust. They instinctively assess if a man can offer emotional security and stay grounded under pressure. Passing requires awareness, restraint, and consistent poise. Those who master this subtle dynamic turn ordinary moments into powerful demonstrations of value, becoming irresistibly magnetic, trustworthy, and profoundly attractive. Silence, humor, composure, and thoughtful replies are the tools. Each small provocation becomes a chance to deepen attraction, showcase resilience, and signal inner authority. The more composed you are, the more your presence radiates stability and confidence. Emotional authority, once built, reinforces itself. Calm leads to attraction. Attraction leads to influence. And influence strengthens your presence as a grounded, unshakable force in our life. The unseen strength of presence. There's a moment so fine most men miss it completely. Yet, it determines everything about attraction. It's the instant a woman senses you. Before you talk, before you show intent, before you reveal anything. Her instincts are already scanning. The moment you enter her awareness, an automatic process starts. She doesn't consciously decide or analyze. Her system reads you like a signal, detecting your energy, emotions, and state of being. It's fast, silent, and subconscious. Just as the body reacts to threat or comfort, she feels whether you are calm or anxious, stable or shaky, grounded or hungry for her approval. Most men think attraction is built through incremental effort. The truth is starker. Often, by the time a man starts trying, her internal verdict is already set. This is why so many feel confused when interest seems to vanish overnight. In truth, it never began. That first unconscious assessment, called an internal sorting, decides it all. After that, every word and action is filtered through it. Talking more, trying harder, or showing greater interest doesn't build attraction. It often confirms her first impression. When men sense distance, they typically push more. They talk more, explain more, attempt to impress. But this effort signals need. A woman may not name it, but she feels it. Urgency, excessive speech, and nervous justifications all convey one message. I require something from you. And need, however polite, lowers attraction. Attraction isn't about exertion. It's about emotional tone. Two men can say identical words. One feels strong, the other weak. The difference isn't the vocabulary, but the energy behind it. Calm pulls. Nervousness pushes. Trying to prove your value shows insecurity. Being comfortable in your own skin creates magnetism. Silence holds power, not as a trick, but as a testament to self-assurance. Real silence comes from self-confidence, not manipulation. When you speak less because you're at ease, your presence gains weight. Pausing before you answer shows control and patience. Stillness signals confidence. A calm body communicates more than clever words ever can. Women notice the smallest details. Your breathing rhythm, shoulder tension, facial tightness, movement pace. Quick, jerky motion suggest inner disorder. Slow, deliberate movements signal inner order. The man who doesn't try to be chosen alters the emotional environment around him. He isn't interesting because he hides or performs. He's interesting because he's steady, self-contained, and emotionally self-reliant. Curiosity blossoms when effort vanishes. When you stop chasing approval, you become easier sense. Don't aim to be liked or to please. Aim to be grounded. A secure man doesn't twist his views to match the room. Flexibility is fine, but constant adjustment feels empty. Calm creates safety. Safety isn't weakness. It means predictability and self-command. The opening moments are critical. The first 30 seconds establish a frame that's hard to break later. Your posture speaks first. Your eyes speak second. Your stillness speaks loudest of all. Before a single word lands, your presence has already made its statement. Words can only support it. They can't replace it. This is the unseen strength of presence. It isn't fair. It isn't logical. But it's real. Once you grasp it, you stop trying to win attention and start carrying weight naturally. Your calm energy, your grounded state, and your quiet confidence become magnetic. Presence is invisible but undeniable. It decides attraction before anything else can. And mastering it gives you an edge most men never see. The force of direction and momentum. In the realm of attraction, nothing is as potent or as quietly damaging as standing still. Waiting, hesitating, and constantly looking for approval drains your power and pushes attraction away. Waiting for her reply, her signal, or her choice sends a subtle message. Your life orbits hers. Even unknowingly, this signals dependency, insecurity, and a lack of autonomy. And in human attraction, dependence rarely draws people in. It pushes them away. Women are naturally attracted to men who are moving forward, growing, and expanding. This isn't about control, dominance, or showing off. It's about having aim, direction, and vision. True leadership, the kind that makes a man magnetic, is quiet, confident, and visible in his choices. It's shown in where he goes, the decisions he makes without delay, the plans he executes, and the opinions he holds without apology. If you surrender all direction to others, especially to her, you give up your power and lose the magnetic energy that makes you compelling. Attraction is tightly linked to momentum. Women are drawn to men actively building something, a career, a skill, a meaningful project. It's not perfection that excites them. It's purpose. Success can fade or breed envy, but purpose, the steady drive to create, grow, and expand, emits a deep, compelling energy. A man with purpose radiates strength and stability without uttering a word. This energy appears in his posture, his voice tone, his calm, confident decision-making, and his focus on goals beyond immediate pleasure. Purpose influences everything. It changes your body language, gives your voice authority, and shapes your choices. A directed man doesn't wait for permission or approval. His actions, big and small, communicate certainty, confidence, and self-possession. Direction is clarity. It's knowing where you're headed and moving toward it. Growth is expansion. It's constantly improving and pushing your boundaries. Together, direction and growth create a magnetic force women instinctively notice. It's not about grand shows. It's about consistent, meaningful forward motion. You don't need a perfect life to be attractive. What matters is motion, the visible pursuit of a meaningful life. A man who is actively building and creating carries a noticeable energy, an energy that communicates competence, confidence, and self-reliance. Women are attracted not merely to wealth, status, or charm, but to the sense that a man's life is filled with purpose and direction. How he moves through the world suggests his energy is focused and his vision is advancing. The real secret is living your purpose, not announcing it. A man who is growing doesn't need to declare it. He demonstrates it through action, the work he invests, the momentum he builds, and the confident choices he makes without seeking permission show authority wordlessly. His life moves forward because he's committed to it, not because he wants applause or attention. Even small choices matter. Where you go, how you spend your time, and where you invest your energy all send messages about your direction and leadership. Repeated over time, these choices build an invisible frequency of attraction that women naturally respond to. Growth and expansion are magnetic because they signal life, energy, and constant forward motion. They show you are alive, moving, and building something that matters. To build this magnetic energy, focus on 3 essential steps. Define your direction. Move forward consistently. Create something meaningful. Direction without action is just a plan. Action without purpose is aimless. Purpose without expansion is stagnant. But when all 3 combine, they form a magnetic force impossible to ignore. Women sense it before they understand it. They are drawn to certainty, energy, and consistent forward movement. Direction and growth aren't just for attraction. They are life principles. A man who embraces them becomes magnetic because he aligns with the natural laws of progress. His life, always advancing, sends signals of strength, confidence, and self-possession. Hesitation, passivity, and waiting, in contrast, communicate weakness, dependency, and uncertainty, which repel rather than attract. Attraction isn't about charm or persuasion. It's about energy, purpose, and consistent forward motion. By living with momentum, by creating your vision instead of just discussing it, and by building something meaningful, you generate a natural magnetism. Women are drawn not to dominance, control, or surface-level perfection, but to energy, purpose, and the sense that a man is going somewhere. Define your direction. Take action. Build something meaningful. Keep moving forward. Momentum is more compelling than perfection. Purpose outweighs temporary success. The future matters more than the present. A man actively building carries an energy that can't be copied, borrowed, or ignored. Direction and growth are essential. They are forces that shape attraction, command respect, and create an irresistible presence. Live your purpose. Expand your life. Move forward. Energy, growth, and motion are magnetic. True influence isn't built by pushing harder. It emerges from seeing what most people miss. Many men trip because they chase what's obvious, while real attraction is decided beneath the surface. Quiet evaluation, emotional undercurrents, purposeful motion. When you understand these subtle forces, you stop seeking approval and start guiding how others experience you. The shift is immediate. Awareness opens a door, but living it delivers results. Countless men collect information. Only a few let it transform how they exist. Real growth begins when actions reflect understanding, when patience replaces urgency, when momentum replaces hesitation. This is the moment the invisible man disappears and a calm, grounded presence takes form. Nothing needs to be forced. Once you perceive the hidden patterns, your energy communicates before you even speak. If this resonated with you, please like this video and follow Winds of Thought for more.